What's up guys, Ivan Carranza here and welcome to Bass Tone Tuesday. Today we're gonna compare the sound of a bass being plugged in straight to an interface against the sound of the same bass going through a DI box first. And this is something that I got asked a couple of weeks ago, if it was even worth it to get a DI if someone could just, use the interface only. And for the video, I recorded a couple of samples. The main one is a fingerstyle bass line using my G&L LB100 P-Bass, and I used a Mesa Subway DI. From there, I took the DI output set to pre-EQ, so there's no EQ happening there, and I also took the uncolored, normal 1/4 inch through output, and I plugged that to my interface. So both signals were recorded at the same time. And we're gonna compare how those two sound like. Additionally, I recorded a loop using a looper, and I run that through different DIs, and I also plugged in straight to the interface. So we're gonna hear that as well. Now, I highly recommend you to use a good set of speakers or monitors or headphones instead of just, laptop speakers or your phone, because it's kind of subtle. So you're gonna need something, that provides you with high quality audio. But let's check out the samples now. Okay guys, so now you're taking a look at my screen, and these are the recordings that I showed you earlier, the funk bass lines. This is the backing track. And here are the recordings that I did. So like I mentioned, I took two outputs of the Mesa Subway DI, and I used the DI out and recorded this track, and the through output, which is completely dry, there's nothing happening there, and recorded this at the same time. Now let's take a look, or listen actually, to how they sound like. Now I'm gonna just solo the interface one. Now, like I said, it is very subtle, but let me show you what I hear at least. So I'm looping this bar 3, and I'm gonna play the interface one first. The Mesa one. Now I hear a bit more clarity and definition on the DI track instead of the one on the interface. Like there's more, you perceive the sound a bit better. Now let me repeat that. So now let's get to this section, for example. right? This run. Now this is that run, the pentatonic run that I did, and let's check that out. Now this is kind of like the B section of the song, and let's start with the interface. To the DI. I also hear more depth on the DI track. Especially here. Now, these are the loops that I recorded, and I've moved them so that they are all lined up. And let's take a listen to the interface one. The Noble. Now, right out of the gate, the Noble has more crispness up top. I hear more top end. Let's check out the Mesa. Also, the Mesa on pre-EQ has more top end than the interface. I hear more definition on the other tracks compared to the interface. So as you could hear, there is definitely a difference, even though it's kind of subtle. What I hear is that the DI provides you with more clarity, also more evenness in tone, and more depth in the signal. And like I said, it is definitely something subtle, but worth pay attention to, because once you start adding processing and plugins and compression and EQ, you know, you're adding stuff to the signal. So the better the signal is at the beginning, the less you have to do afterwards. So I would definitely recommend you to invest in a DI box if you want to get more serious about doing recordings, or if you want to provide a more solid signal to front of house when playing live. And there are plenty of DI boxes that are not that expensive that are really solid. I hope you guys liked the video. Let me know what you think in the comments. And also, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay up to date with the content that's coming to the channel. As always, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care.